Recording in.
All right, fourth graders, we are going to be going over your homework for the week. Now, when I make these videos, I do record both homework sheets at once. It's just easier to make the video that way. So what I'm going to ask is that once we are done our first homework sheet, if you can go ahead and stop the video will be posted again later in the week. But you don't want to watch the video for the second one before you get a chance to try the homework. All right, my friends. So the first one we're looking at starts with question 64,978. And this week we're looking at three things. We're looking at place value in standard form, which is just how we would write this number. We're looking at it in word form, which is if we were to say it, how would we write those words? And then expanded form, where we're looking at the place value of each digit and we're writing it as one stretched out addition problem. So for the first one, 64,978, you were asked to do two things. First thing you were asked to do is your expanded form, and then the second thing you were asked to do was your word form. So if we're taking a look at each digit and stretching it out, we have a 6 in the 10,000s place, so 60,000. We have a 4 in the thousands place, so 4,000. We have a 9 in the hundreds place, so 900, a 7 in the tens place, 70, and 8 in the ones place, 8. If we stretched it out, it would be 60,000 plus 4,000 plus 900 plus 70 plus 8. If you added those numbers back together, you would get your original number, 64,978. The second thing we're doing is word form. What I do to help me with this is I say it out loud and I write the words. So if we're looking at this, I would say 64. We know that this comma here holds the word thousand, and 978, we would say that is 978. So if we put that together, we have 64,978. All right, taking a look at question number 2, we're given it in word form. We're asked to give it in expanded and standard form. If we read what we have written, it's 34,612. We know that as soon as we see that word thousand, that's where our comma is going to go. I like to start with standard form when I'm given word form because I think that it makes expanded form a lot easier. So if we do 34, again, the word thousand tells us where our comma goes. 612, we would have 34, comma, 612. If we expand that out, we have a 3 in the 10,000s place, so 30,000, a 4 in the thousands place, a 6 in the hundreds place, a 1 in the tens place, and a 2 in the ones place. All right, taking a look at question number 3. Again, we're given it in word form. We're looking for expanded and standard form. So the word form right here says 8,000. Again, that's where our comma is going to be. 206. Now this one is a little sticky because you're going to notice when we write it in standard form, 8,000, again, that tells us where our comma goes. And then we have 206. So you'll notice here that we do not have anything in the tens place. So we have 8, 206, and then we have 8,000 plus 200 plus 6. Question number 4, last one for this sheet, and this is going to be our stopping point for today. We have the standard form 4, 703. If we expand it, we have a 4 in the thousands place, a 7 in the hundreds place, 0 in the tens place. You'll notice when we expand it, we don't need to write anything for that. And then a 3 in the ones place. Again, putting it in word form. Read it out loud and think of the words that you're saying. We have 4, comma holds the word thousand, 703. So down here we have 4,703. That is the end of our first homework assignment for this week. So I'm going to ask you to stop your video here and you will get your second homework assignment later in the week and you will be able to watch the rest of this video at that point. All right, sweet faces. We are going to take a look at assignment number 2. Again, we're still working on place value. We are still working on standard, word, and expanded form. This time we have 6 questions to stretch our knowledge. This first one, we're given the expanded form. We have 112,942. When we stretch it, we have a 1 in the 100,000s, a 1 in the 10,000, 2 in the 1,000. You'll see we have that stretched out here. We have 9 in the hundreds place, 4 in the tens place, 2 in the ones place. To get our word form from our standard form, all we're going to do is say it out loud while we write down the words that we say. So when I read this number, I say 112,000. That comma tells us thousand. 942. The next one, we're given the word form. It's asking us to give the expanded and the standard. Remember, when we get the word form, we always want to do the standard first. It makes our expanded so much easier. We're always looking for that word thousand because that tells us where our comma goes. Before the word thousand, we have 89. We're going to put that before the comma. After the thousand, we have 322, 322. Again, that comma for thousand really helps us make sure everything is in the right space. When we expand this, we have an 8 in the 10,000s, 9,000, 300, 2 tens, 2 ones. All right, we have another word form. We're looking for expanded and standard. We start with our standard and read it out loud. 1,000, we're going to have a number 1 in front of that comma. After the 1,000, we have 38. Notice that there is nothing in the hundreds place here. So when we expand it, we have 1,000, 3 tens, 8 ones. Again, nothing in the hundreds place. We don't have to show that there are 0 hundreds. Over here, we have 3,087. If we expand it, we have 3,000, 8 tens, 7 ones. We say it out loud and write what we say. 3,087. No hundreds, so we don't need to put anything for them. Here we have a standard form of 72,406. There's no tens in this value. When we stretch it out, we have 70,000, 2,000, 400, 6 tens. To get our word form, we read it as we write it. We have 72. We know 1,000 tells us where our comma is. 406. The last one, we have word form. We need to expand it and put it in standard form. We start with standard first to make it easier on ourselves. We have 672,000. That's the word we're always looking for. So 672. We know that that looks like 672. We're going to put our comma after for 1,000. And after that, we have 300. This one has no tens and no ones. So 672,300. If we expand it, 600,000 plus 70,000 plus 2,000 plus 300. That brings us to the end of our homework for this week. If you have any questions, please either send me a message or ask at the beginning of class. Goodbye, sweet faces.